Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. After weeks of negotiations and bargaining, the India Alliance partners, Congress and Aam Aadmi Party, have almost clinched the Delhi deal, with the former agreeing to fight on 4 seats and actually yielding as much as 3 for the Congress. Now, sources in both parties have said the deal is done. The announcement of the nitty-gritties will take place very soon. Top Congress sources say that it was Mallikarjun Kharge, the current Congress president, and Rahul Gandhi, the former Congress president, who stepped in and brokered this deal after a crucial meeting with Raghav Chadha and Arvind Kejriwal last month, which was also the big clincher for the Chandigarh polls. A climb down from the Congress on demand for seats was needed to come to a consensus. Congress was initially seeking as many as 5 seats in Delhi, but had to agree to 3. The Congress climb down may also have been a major factor behind sealing of the UP deal, which was announced yesterday. Party sources suggest Priyanka Gandhi's role was crucial in that alliance. Overall, with 17 in UP and 3 in Delhi, Congress seems to have managed much better than initially envisaged, given its flaying vote share and partners' open jibes on its inability to beat the BJP and win seats. More importantly, at a time when the India Bloc seems to be breaking apart after a spate of setbacks and continuous delays in seat sharing, Pacts in the big state of UP and now Delhi indicate a willingness to work together despite odds and internal rivalries. Or is it just plain survivalism? Because the question remains, how much of it does really matter? Particularly in states like UP and Delhi. Does 2 opposition parties, even the 2 biggest opposition parties coming together, matter given the BJP's recent performances? Will the arithmetic add up to beat the BJP in the upcoming Lok Sabha polls? We'll take that question to our guest joining us in just a bit. So is India getting back on track, the India Bloc? Let's break down for you the current status where the partners have finalized the deal. So as I mentioned just last evening, UP was sealed and it was announced, and both parties have arrived on a consensus: 63 for the Samajwadi Party, 17 for the Congress Party. In Delhi, Congress and AAP sources have confirmed the former will fight on 3 and the latter will fight on 4, and the formal announcement is going to happen very, very soon. In Haryana too, there is an in-principle agreement. We are being told Congress on 9 seats, the Aam Aadmi Party likely to get 1. Talks are in the final stages. In Gujarat too, the Aam Aadmi Party may contest on as many as 2 to 3 seats. Now, there is some trouble brewing for the alliance of Congress and Aam Aadmi Party in Gujarat, and that is also another factor that we'll discuss later on. But in Assam too, there seems to be an understanding between the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress. It is likely to fight on 1 seat. In Madhya Pradesh already, Samajwadi Party announced yesterday that they will be getting 1 seat. The Khajuraho seat, the Congress will fight on the remaining 28. But there are still some key states where Congress or the India Bloc will need alliances and proper seat sharing, and many of them are pending. Very important state of Maharashtra. It has as many a hodgepodge of parties, first of all, some with the BJP alliance and then some, of course, with the Congress. And the Congress is feeling a lot of pressure here of yielding more than it wants to its NVA partners. It has a huge chunk of seats as far as Lok Sabha is concerned, and this is going to be a crucial state for all concerned. Then, of course, is Bihar. 40 seats. Seat sharing is pending here, but it may not be that big a conundrum because some of these parties have fought together in the past. JDU, of course, has left. West Bengal is a setback. The TMC has already refused to share with the Congress and the left. Punjab also is one of those states where the alliance doesn't seem to be happening. The Aam Aadmi Party and Congress will possibly contest separately. And another one of those states where the left and the Congress are bitter rivals is Kerala. They are again the 1 and the 2 party with a distant BJP or others in number 3. So they don't really see the sense in coming together. Let's also take a look at how Delhi voted in the last Lok Sabha elections, which will give you an idea of the question I'm asking. Will the arithmetic truly upset the BJP or not? Now, the Aam Aadmi Party secured a vote share of 18.2, Congress a vote share of 22.6 and BJP a whopping vote share of 56.86, so virtually 57%, and won all the 7 Lok Sabha seats for a second consecutive time. So important to note here that even if the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress were to come together, its vote share will fall short by 15% than what the BJP got. To imagine a swing strong enough in one cycle to overcome this deficit is going to be difficult to imagine. Similarly, in Uttar Pradesh, look at how the public voted in 2019. Samajwadi Party securing 18.1% vote share, it won 5 seats. Congress secured only 6.3% vote share, won only 1 seat. BJP was far ahead, leaving behind the opposition parties with a vote share again of a whopping near 50%. In that Lok Sabha elections, it's also important to remember the SP fought in an alliance with the BSP and the RLD. BSP managed about 20% vote share, RLD just short of 2%. But this time around, none of these parties are actually aligned with the Samajwadi Party or the opposition bloc. It could be argued that the Samajwadi Party more or less retains this vote share. They didn't really benefit from the BSP alliance. The BSP benefited more from the SP vote. But still, even if you were to combine the vote share of the Samajwadi Party and the Congress, can it give a fight to the BJP is a big question. So that's the big debate coming up. Will the arithmetic beat the BJP despite these seat pacts being finalized in various states? We'll take that up with our guests in just a bit.
कांग्रेस और आम आदमी पार्टी इंडिया अलायंस का हिस्सा है। इंडिया अलायंस न केवल दिल्ली में, देश भर में मजबूती के साथ चुनाव लड़ेगा।
कोई विवाद नहीं है, आपके सामने सब चीजें साफ हो जाएंगी बहुत जल्दी।
उनका हम सब डटकर मुकाबला करेंगे और भारतीय जनता पार्टी को शिकस्त देंगे।
सपा समाप्तवादी पार्टी बने, और अगर सपा वालों को ये पता है कि उनकी पार्टी समाप्त हो रही है तो अखिलेश यादव जी भी ये चाहते हैं कि कांग्रेस मुक्त भी बने यूपी। तो दोनों एक दूसरे की मदद करने की सामर्थ्य नहीं रखते, दोनों दलों को मालूम है।
Let's go across to our guest joining us, RP Singh, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Mahima Singh from the Congress Party, Abhinandita Mathur from the Aam Aadmi Party. Also, Amitabh Tiwari is election strategist joining us on the show. I do thank you all for your time. Mahima, let me begin with you. You know, there is one question of the arithmetic, whether the vote shares of the Congress SP or Congress Aam Aadmi Party combining is going to be enough to challenge the BJP, particularly in areas like UP and Delhi. The other is the chemistry of the party worker on ground. And I raised this question because just, a short while ago, Ahmed Patel's son, Faisal Patel, has raised an objection to a seat being given to the Aam Aadmi Party in Gujarat. How are you going to reconcile with your party leaders and workers on ground not agreeing with the seat sharing, even if it happens at the top level?
Jai Hind, I think, Shivani, the basic commitment today that every Congressite has to its cause for fighting for the constitutional values, for the democracy in this country, I think is at the core of everything else that's happening in the political discourse in this country. And when you ask the question about the numerics, the vote percentage, I'm reminded of 2004, when India was shining under the edges of the BJP. Yet that shine
they didn't really have the vote percentages of this kind at that time in UP.
It was outshone. Let me remind you, you are looking back at 2019, when 2,000 rupee notes were still in circulation, when the farmer protests had not happened, when Manipur was not burning, when half of Ladakh was not out on the streets, when teachers in Madhya Pradesh and Bihar were not out on the streets protesting, when the truck drivers were not protesting in the manner they are today. So you see, you have to look at the collective picture and the public issues. People's issues are to remain at the center of any election.
Okay, I
Shivani,
get
they are
that.
going
I'll come to
win.
the arithmetic in just a bit. Like I said, I first want to start with what Faisal Patel has just said. If the Bharuch Lok Sabha seat is allotted to the Aam Aadmi Party under the alliance in the next Lok Sabha elections, neither I nor the conscientious workers of the Congress party will support the candidate of the Aam Aadmi Party. This is your leader.
As I said, Shivani, see, no leader is bigger than the ideology and the party. It is the party's cause that we are all committed to. And if any individual has any, any specific subjective viewpoints, they are most welcome to have so, because we are not BJP, we are the Congress. And we respect democracy, we respect differences. One may feel in any manner they can. I remember how the media was discussing Samajwadi Party Congress alliance a few days ago, or even Aam Aadmi Party and Congress's dynamics. You see what is happening on the ground today.
Yeah,
So
the dynamics question persists. Like in Punjab, you may skip the dynamics question because it's likely you will not fight in an alliance. You don't want to cede the opposition space to the BJP. But in Delhi, in Gujarat, in other states, wouldn't that dynamics question arise? That's exactly what I'm asking.
I would say let's see, let's wait and watch. You also have to look at Chandigarh, which we fought in unanimity, and yet what the BJP did, the dirty politics that they played there, we have seen that, and the Supreme Court has shunned them. And how? So
Okay.
you see, you are all welcome to have your perspective. That perspective is bound to the
The perspective is
changes
coming
that will
because
follow in
the
due
Congress
course.
leaders themselves, on the back of a seat sharing agreement being announced, are actually going online and very publicly registering their protest, and this almost sounds like a threat.
That is Congress. Individual versus
That is Congress.
ideology.
I don't know if that's a
Ideology
badge to
also
be
prevails
worn
over
on
the
your
individual.
sleeve.
Ideology prevails over the individual, Shivani.
No, ideology and the party is bigger than the individual. I am not discounting that. But
Absolutely.
should your leaders be, coming out in the open and questioning its own leadership like this? Then it raises
As
the
I
question
said-
if
as
the
I
party
said, we are a
workers on
democracy.
ground will be able to amalgamate. But let me quickly take in Abhinamita Mathur on that
We
as
do
well.
not undermine our leaders like Shivraj Singh Chauhan or Vasundhara Raje were undermined in the BJP. Our people have a voice. And will
Yet
be
your
dealt
leaders
with
keep
in the most
leaving.
appropriate
Sorry, let's not
manner.
go down that hole, because I can remind you of
Why not?
Congress leaders who have left the party because of the treatment they
problem.
got. So let's not
You
go down that
see
road.
the snakes are
No,
on the
let's not.
BJP
Let's not.
side
I don't
today.
think any party can
Aaj
claim
ke
a higher
saath
ground
ab
on
bahut
that.
saari baat hai.
This is politics.
Aaj ke saath ab Bhajpa
In
ki
all
baat hai.
parties, there are times when some leaders or the others feel slighted or taken less than care of, and things happen. But I'm not going into that. Abhinandita, I want to quickly ask you. Good news on the cards in Delhi. As many as 3 seats, we are being told you're conceding to the Congress party. First, what made the AAP do so? And secondly, how do you look at the fact that your cadres on ground in UP, in Delhi, in Gujarat, where you're now fighting in an alliance, may not see eye to eye? Two things.
Shivani, firstly, we are very happy that we are able to come together with the Congress and any other party at this point in the larger interest of the country. I think that is the key thing. I don't think that, like we were discussing earlier, that an individual is not bigger than the party. Similarly, just a party is not bigger than the country. Unfortunately, what the BJP is trying to do is that, Mr. Modi is bigger than Bhagwan Ram, and, the BJP is bigger than India, and so on. So that is not the mentality with which we are approaching this. That is one. We are going to do whatever it takes to save our country from thieves who are stealing, who were caught red-handed, stealing votes in the Chandigarh mayor election. Thieves who have been seen very close to only certain industrialists, with the absolute opaqueness of the electoral bonds and all the gadbad that the BJP seems to be doing. So there are many reasons why all of us, in fact, should come together. In fact, we would even like to reach out to the good people in the BJP, because I'm sure that their conscience is also shaken today. When
You want to poach the BJP people now, just like they keep poaching?
Look, ultimately, we are all Indians, and I think that like-minded people must come together at this point.
Okay.
Of course, poaching is something that only the BJP can afford to do. Nobody else can. They have all the might and the power. So I
Okay,
don't think.
but Abhinandita, answer my question very quickly.
But
Curiously,
yes.
I'm asking you, what made the Aam Aadmi Party concede 3 seats in Delhi?
Look, like I said, that I think it is important for any party, any two parties who are coming into an alliance, to mutually respect each other's needs and respect each other's space. I think that is the more critical thing, which is why an alliance also takes a good amount of time to really materialize, right? And now we are very close to materializing, and I think that it's pretty incredible on the part of the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party to actually let go a share of their own constituencies. So that is one,
Okay,
and that is
okay.
what would make even Congress concede in certain places, or the Aam Aadmi Party concede in certain
But do you
places.
see a problem on ground? For example, your cadre not seeing eye to eye?
Look,
Shades
so
of that are appearing already.
a political party runs, has many different levels of functioning and functionaries. I think with due respect to the cadres of any party, whether it's BJP or the Aam Aadmi Party or the Congress Party, it is the cadres on the ground who work day in and day out. And of course, it will take some amount of negotiation, and for all the leadership to, convince their cadres. Some of them might be hurt. Of course, they have not been able to see eye to eye with one another during the course of the various elections that you have seen. Now, none of it is hidden.
Okay.
Okay. It's not a
It's natural. You're suggesting it's
is
natural. It
absolutely
is
natural.
bound
It
to
is
happen,
absolutely
especially
natural,
when
and
two
so that-
parties or parties that have actually fought against each other quite bitterly. So, I mean, the Aam Aadmi Party's rise is almost unilaterally at the expense of the Congress Party in the national capital. Their entire India Against Corruption movement was against the Congress at the helm, at the center at that time, and we've come a long way from that. But RP Singh, coming to you, is the BJP making a fundamental mistake in kind of running down or rubbishing these alliances? A lot has happened in the last 10 years. Things may not be as rosy as 2019 or even 2014.
Shivani, we are not running down the alliance. They are fighting among themselves. Although they have reached, they have reached at some level of understanding between each other in in Delhi and in UP. But what will happen during election? In the afternoon, Mr. Kejriwal will be speaking in Patiala against the Congress party. He'll go and give a lecture saying Congress is the most corrupt party, and that's why we arrested 5 ministers of the Congress and we have sent them behind the jail, and we are the party which will stand against the corruption. That was his lecture in Patiala. That will be his lecture in Patiala. And by the evening he comes to Delhi, he said, "Oh, Congress is the best party. I mean, we are together. Chor musere bhai ho gaye hum yahan par. We two thieves are together." So that's how it will go on. So they think people are foolish. People can't see through this. That how they are making alliance for certain reason, and then this giving up 3 seats in exchange of seats in other states, because they want to expand their base in other states. That's how they have accommodated Congress for 3 seats. But let's understand, it's not the arithmetic which is going to work. I mean, arithmetic also, they have failed miserably in arithmetic, but it's the chemistry. It's the chemistry which will work in states, and then people can see through who is going to give more benefits, which government is more beneficiary for the people of the country, and then they also know which government can give a put the country in the right economic trajectory.
Fair enough on that. That we'll know eventually, and we'll see how the campaigns progress. But fundamentally, if the BJP was thinking that this is not gonna happen, it is happening. That's what I'm saying. The opposition parties are coming together.
Give me a second, Shivani. Okay. Left party and Congress will go together in Bengal. They will be fighting with Mamata Banerjee, and in Kerala, Wayanad, I don't know whether Mr. Rahul Gandhi will contest this time or not, but if he contests, it will be left versus Congress in Wayanad and versus BJP in Wayanad. So what sort of alliance it is? But that's what I'm saying.
It could be a new
in Kerala, and what will they speak in Bengal?
No, but it could be a new formula or a template.
RP Singh ji, why don't you tell us what will happen in Maharashtra on the seats
we have seen what happened earlier when दो लड़के इकट्ठे मिलकर लड़े थे. What happened then?
आप ये बताइए ना कि आप अजीत पवार वाली सीट पे क्या होने वाला है?
Did I interrupt you, Ms. Mathur?
No, I'm asking a question. I thought you were done. I'm sorry. I'm just asking a question. I'm curious. What do you think is going to happen to your Maharashtra cadre?
Let Shivani, you are not hosting the show. Let Shivani ask the question. She has to ask the question. But I can ask you 10 questions about when will Mr. Kejriwal be present in front of the ED to answer the question of against the corruption in the liquor gate. He is running away from the ED in the case of corruption in the liquor case.
Okay. Can I come back to the subject?
So we all know that
Can I come back to the subject? Amitabh, I want to ask you these two questions. Politicians will differ, but you're an election strategist, so you can give me a slightly different perspective. One, will this work? Is there any precedent to two parties fighting together in one state against each other? There will be a scenario where the national campaign is, broadcasted and everything is, it's supposed to be one tune, one tongue. Or could the opposition succeed in a new template where they could be rivals in one state and partners in another?
See, if you see historically, the Congress and the left have tried this in Kerala,
Yeah.
where they are rivals, and in Bengal and Tripura, where they have formed alliances, and that has not worked favorably for the parties. In fact, in West Bengal, they were not able to even score a single seat. So it does create confusion in the minds of the voter, more so when it is a national election. So you will have two parties contesting against each other in Punjab, but the same parties have formed an alliance in Delhi or Haryana or Gujarat for that matter. See, for the Aam Aadmi Party, it has grown at the expense of the Congress Party. It has got the anti-Congress vote in Delhi largely, and even in Punjab. Now, even if you see Gujarat, where BJP actually increased its vote share.
Yes, last
and the
time.
Aam Aadmi Party got the 12% vote share of which party? Of the Congress Party. So the strategists believe that since AAP has gained at the expense of the Congress, the vote blocks are complementary and it would lead to a seamless transfer of votes. And AAP perhaps has got a better deal in the sense that it is getting seats even in Gujarat and Haryana and probably in Assam. So it as a national party is able to expand its footprint, but conceptually, theoretically, AAP will gain at the national level when the Congress party does not do well. Even this time, if it does not do well, then there is a clear space for an opposition to be grabbed by someone like an Aam Aadmi Party, and that is where I think the Aam Aadmi Party is fairly short-sighted in its strategy and not seeing it as a long-term strategy.
Sorry, you're saying AAP is being short-sighted or the Congress is being short-sighted?
So I'm saying AAP is being short-sighted because AAP actually was formed as an anti-corruption movement against the Delhi government and corruption against the Congress government. And it has gained both the governments from the Congress party. It has gained vote share from the Congress party. So theoretically, for it to gain at the national level, Congress should decline. And if the Congress tally declines or they are not able to increase their tally, what happens is that AAP, by aligning with the Congress, also dilutes its core agenda or its core belief when it came to.
But can I just say, Delhi was a very curious example in this, where despite the very anti-Congress campaign, the AAP, initially when it was a hung assembly, the Congress decided to support the Aam Aadmi Party. And the AAP didn't seem to suffer because of that, at least not since. But
the Congress suffered.
The Congress suffered for sure, but the AAP did not.
Yeah.
So can I just take this to the Congress spokesperson? Because I have also fundamentally felt that the Congress, by accommodating a party like the Aam Aadmi Party, maybe shoots itself in the foot, because the AAP, as we all know, grows at your expense. Before I go back to Amitabh, Mahima, you want to respond to that? Why do you align with a party like the Aam Aadmi Party?
In fact, I've been waiting to respond. I hope you will allow me a fair share of time because I have a couple of points. One is, when Mr. Tiwari is speaking, I'm reminded of the Meghalaya example where the BJP was campaigning against the sitting party there, which it was an ally of before the last election. And they campaigned against that party rigorously. And what happened after the election? They formed the government with the very same party. So we have the example of Meghalaya. And apart from that, see, there are two words which we need to remember. One is the federal structure that we have in this democracy, and we are not a presidential but a parliamentary democracy. The BJP needs to be reminded of that, and all of us need to be reminded that when you ask a question as if can we form an alliance in one state and not in the other, we are a federal government. Every state has its own issues. So, two ideologies may merge together in one state and not in the other, and that is perfectly fine because the demographics of this country, the geopolitical issues of this country are vast and various. So, when Mr. Tiwari talks of shooting ourselves in the foot with by aligning like Aam Aadmi Party, I might as well remind of the 95% vendetta cases which stand against all of us opposition parties today, barring whichever ideology, whichever cause we came from. We are all on the same footing today, thanks to the BJP, which wants to be the single party,
Okay, no, but Mahima, that doesn't quite answer the question I was asking. That AAP grows at your expense. What message are you giving to the public? If you're willing to align with them repeatedly, they might as well then vote for the AAP. No, why would they vote for you?
I would say, Shivani, BJP has been growing at the democracy's expense, actually. It's not...
Okay, but that doesn't solve Congress's problem.
It is the BJP growing at the cost of the people's rights in this country.
Okay.
You see, first they do such a confused party, they do a demonetization in 2016, saying that black money, 2000 notes will come, 2000 notes are discontinued later on. You see, they say that we want to double the farmers' income, then they shoot the farmers. Yesterday a farmer has died on Haryana-Punjab border.
Okay, Mahima, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you short. I don't have time for all of this because I want to discuss, the seat sharing pacts. Amitabh, the other question I wanted to ask you was about the arithmetic alone. I mentioned the vote shares of UP and Delhi, for example. Should the BJP be worried with these two parties coming together? The two sets of parties coming together in both of these states?
See, when we see arithmetic in Delhi as well as in UP or in Gujarat, the two parties coming together for a national election does not really worry the BJP. That's number one. Mahima ji is giving the example of Meghalaya. Meghalaya was a post-poll alliance. So there's a difference between a poll and a post-poll alliance. We have to take that also.
Campaigning against the very same party, Mr. Tiwari. They went on campaigning against the very same party. One day you're campaigning against, the result comes and you are together with that party. What impression does that leave on the voters?
AAP campaigned against Congress and Congress gave its support in 2013.
Yeah.
So let's not get into this. So there are many examples. What I am saying is there is a difference between a pre-poll and a post-poll alliance. And arithmetically also the numbers are not with them. In a state election, of course, things might be different. We don't know whether this alliance is for state elections or not. So whether Aam Aadmi Party or the Congress Party will come together to challenge the BJP or retain power in Delhi or Haryana or Gujarat, we don't know. So it's also a short-term arrangement in that sense. When I was talking about the short-sightedness, even the people, even the cadre, even the voters are not clear whether this arrangement is only for Lok Sabha or this is a long-term arrangement and will continue for the Vidhan Sabha as well. So that's what complicates matters, and that is why
amply clear. I think it has been made amply clear. We have come together. I'm saying we have made it amply clear. This is Lok Sabha elections that we are targeting. India has come together to save the constitutional values and the democracy in this country. Okay. And so I think the voter is very clear on that, and that is what the voter also wants to find out.
I wanted to broach the other subject with RP Singh.
How much constitutional value yesterday a journalist was beaten by your
yesterday a farmer was shot.
A farmer was shot
yesterday on Haryana Delhi border. Yesterday a farmer was shot on Haryana Punjab border. What are you talking about? With what face does the BJP talk?
Are you sure he was shot by police?
They can ravage our farmers.
Rival between the farmers also. But the bigger question is, everyone has seen how your cadre has beaten a journalist who simply asked a question.
You have shot a farmer.
Okay, can I just come in? Just focusing on the subject. I have limited time. 1 second. There is a farmer death that has been reported. How it has happened, we don't know. Let's just hold our horses.
It's the Haryana government, Shivani, that's amply clear. The farmers
I'm sorry, but the police has said, the police has denied that. We have to represent both versions.
Of course they will, because they are...
Yes, so let's just wait for the facts to be clear on that. 1 second, please. Let's not use that for this.
They've been using tear gas. They have been.
Mahima ji, I'm sorry, but I don't want to
You're
speak
not-
over you. You have to yield. I'm not discussing the farmers' protest. You are more than welcome to join that debate. I've been doing that. RP Singh, the question I wanted to broach with you is that, this is one of those elections where the anti-BJP vote, it could be a differentiator from previous elections where the anti-BJP vote could very conscientiously vote for anybody that comes together against the BJP, right? Are you worried about that factor? Whether it's AAP, Congress together, left Congress together, there is a sense emerging that the anti-BJP vote might not care about the particular party, the particular candidate. This could become a BJP voter versus an anti-BJP voter contest completely.
Shivani, last time we won 224 seats with 50% more votes, 50% and above votes. This time our target is for 350 seats to do that, and we have been working on that from last two years now, where all those seats where we lost last time and where we didn't, where we were not able to procure more than 50% vote. Our party has worked hard, cadre has worked hard, and our cadre is geared up together. These parties are now making up alliances, stitching up alliances, trying to build up some arithmetic. And people don't vote as per arithmetic, they vote as per chemistry. And today's chemistry is 55 crore people has got the Ayushman card and the health under the health scheme.
Okay.
More than 10 crore women has got the gas cylinder at their doorstep. More than 14 crore people has got the water
scandal of
connection,
Ayushman
tap
card is
water
also known
connection
to
at their
everybody.
doorstep.
Okay,
More
limited
than 4
time,
crore people have got the,
30 seconds to
roof
Abhinandita.
on their head.
Ma'am, I think you're muted.
This is not a space for you to actually advertise your schemes. What is more important is that I was listening to you carefully when you were saying that, your target is X, Y, Z. You're going to hit that. And I was just going to complete your sentence to say that, this is our target. And in case we don't reach the target, we can always steal some votes. Unfortunately, that is how everybody sees the Bharatiya Janata Party today. It is a matter
Yes,
of great
Mathur,
shame.
I
what
give
you
a
have done
challenge
in
to you on Chandigarh.
And that
Ask
is
your mayor
reflective
to
of how
seek
much
a
in
fresh
panic you are.
mandate. The
If
man
you-
has been
you-
imposed on Chandigarh without a mandate today.
had the
He
capacity-
doesn't have a head count with him in Chandigarh.
Okay.
Accept
If
my
you
challenge.
had the
Ask
capacity,
your
if
mayor
you had the
to go for
capacity to win.
Go for a mandate now.
Okay,
What
okay,
is
sorry, I'm
doing
coming
so?
in, not discussing Chandigarh mayor polls either.
Have some
but-
water, ma'am. Please
But
have some
this
water.
is an,
But it is
this
not-
and
is
ask
an
your mayor
interesting
to
alliance
seek a fresh
battle that is
mandate.
shaping up. We'll take this forward in days to come. I do thank all of our guests for joining us.